Why do so many people struggle with addiction? We often talk about addiction as if it's a monolithic entity, a label to define someone's worth. But the truth is, addiction is a process, a journey, a spiral with many levels. From the initial pull of curiosity to the throes of dependency, each level represents a deeper immersion into the addictive cycle. Addiction is not just a behavioral issue, it has deep psychological and physiological roots. Psychologically, addiction can stem from trauma, stress, or mental health disorders, creating a cycle of dependency as a coping mechanism. Physiologically, substances can alter brain chemistry, reinforcing the need for repeated use to achieve the same effect. Understanding these stages, these layers of experience, is not about judgment, but about compassion, about recognizing the human being beneath the label, and more importantly, understanding these levels is crucial for effective treatment and recovery. By recognizing the subtle shifts in behavior and the escalating consequences, we can intervene earlier, offer support, and guide individuals towards healing and lasting change. I don't think people understand how it often begins innocently enough, doesn't it? A sip of alcohol at a party, a puff of a cigarette out of curiosity, a gamble on a game, just to see. There's a thrill in the new, in stepping outside the familiar. At this stage, the use is infrequent, experimental. Maybe you enjoy the feeling, the escape it provides. Maybe it dulls the sharp edges of life's anxieties. There's a sense of control, of choosing to indulge. Work, relationships, responsibilities, they all remain manageable. But beneath the surface, a subtle shift is taking place. The experience begins to etch a pattern in the brain. The pleasure centers are activated, creating a connection between the substance and relief. This is not to say that everyone who experiments will develop an addiction. Many factors are at play: genetics, environment, life experiences. Genetics can predispose individuals to addiction, making them more vulnerable. Environmental factors, such as exposure to substance use at a young age, also play a significant role. Life experiences, including trauma and stress, can increase susceptibility, understanding that the brain is beginning to forge pathways that can lead to compulsive behavior. Addiction is not a sign of weakness or a lack of willpower. It is a complex interplay of biology, psychology, and social environment. By understanding these early stages, we can foster compassion, encourage open conversations, and provide support. Behind every addiction statistic, there is a human story yearning for healing and connection. I bet you didn't know how easily increased frequency of use can turn a substance or behavior into a regular part of your routine. What began as an occasional indulgence starts to weave itself into the fabric of everyday life. The substance or behavior, once a novelty, becomes a regular companion. You might find yourself thinking about it more often, craving the feeling it brings. Maybe it's a drink after work to unwind, a few painkillers to manage stress, or scrolling through social media late into the night to numb the quiet loneliness. The use becomes increasingly integrated into daily routines, almost a ritualistic way to cope with the demands of life. At this stage, denial often takes root. You might tell yourself that you're still in control, that you can stop anytime. You might downplay the increasing frequency and the growing dependence on the substance or behavior to regulate your emotional state. But the brain, ever adaptable, is quietly rewiring itself. Tolerance develops, requiring more of the substance or behavior to achieve the same desired effect. The pleasure centers, now accustomed to this regular influx of dopamine, become less responsive, leading to a dangerous cycle of increasing use and diminishing returns. Relationships might begin to show strain. You might withdraw from loved ones who don't engage in the same behaviors or who express concern about your changing habits. Irritability surfaces when the routine is disrupted, when the substance or behavior is unavailable. The key at this stage is honesty with oneself and with those who care. Acknowledging the shift from experimentation to regular use is crucial. It's about recognizing the subtle ways in which the substance or behavior is beginning to exert a stronger influence on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Remember, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but of courage. It's about taking a brave step towards reclaiming your life, your health, and your well-being. You need to hear this if you're struggling with addiction. The line between use and abuse becomes increasingly blurred. What was once a source of comfort or escape now casts a long shadow over your life. The substance or behavior begins to dominate your thoughts, influencing your decisions and impacting your relationships. Financial problems may arise as resources are diverted to fuel the addiction. Your physical health might deteriorate, and you might experience a decline in your ability to function effectively at work or in your personal life. Shame and guilt often accompany this stage. You might isolate yourself from loved ones, fearing their judgment or unable to face the consequences of your actions. The once bright promises of the substance or behavior now ring hollow, replaced by a growing sense of despair and hopelessness. Denial, once a shield, begins to crumble as the negative consequences mount. Legal problems, damaged relationships, and lost opportunities serve as stark reminders of the addiction's grip. The pain you sought to escape now multiplies, fueled by the very thing you believed would bring relief. Yet, even in this darkness, a flicker of hope remains. It's the realization that you are not alone, that countless others have walked this path and found their way back to health and wholeness. It's the courage to reach out, to seek help, and to begin the arduous but ultimately rewarding journey of recovery. Remember, addiction is not a life sentence. It's a treatable condition, and with the right support, you can break free from its chains. The first step, however difficult, is often the most important: acknowledging the problem and seeking help. Are you afraid of losing control over your life? Addiction, in its full grip, is a cruel master. It demands complete surrender, holding hostage your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. The substance or behavior is no longer a choice but a necessity, a driving force that dictates your every move. Life contracts as the addiction expands, consuming your time, energy, and spirit. Work, relationships, hobbies all fade into the background, overshadowed by the relentless pursuit of the next fix. The initial pleasure once associated with the substance or behavior is long gone, replaced by an insatiable craving that permeates every aspect of your being. Withdrawal symptoms, both physical and psychological, surface with a vengeance when the substance is absent. Anxiety, depression, insomnia, tremors, nausea, the body and mind rebel against the absence of the very thing that is harming them. Shame and guilt fester, deepening the sense of isolation and despair. You might feel trapped, hopeless, convinced that escape from this vicious cycle is impossible. The light of hope, once a beacon, flickers dimly, threatened with extinction. But even in these darkest of moments, it's essential to remember that you are not alone. Addiction is not a reflection of your character or your worth as a human being. It is a disease, a complex interplay of genetics, environment, and life experiences. Recovery is possible even from the depths of addiction. It's a journey, not a destination, and it requires courage, compassion, and unwavering support. Reaching out for help is not a sign of weakness, but of strength, a testament to your inherent desire to heal and reclaim your life. There is hope, and there's a community of people who understand your struggle and are here to support you every step of the way. If you're struggling with addiction, you need to know that it's a treatable condition. The journey from addiction to recovery is not a straight line, but a winding path filled with challenges and triumphs, setbacks and breakthroughs. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the unwavering power of hope, and the transformative potential of connection. Treatment options are as diverse as the individual seeking help. From therapy to medication-assisted treatment to support groups, there are resources available to address the physical, psychological, and social aspects of addiction. Therapy provides a safe and supportive space to explore the underlying trauma, mental health issues, or emotional pain that might be fueling the addiction. It equips individuals with coping mechanisms, relapse prevention strategies, and the tools to rebuild their lives. Medication-assisted treatment can help manage withdrawal symptoms, reduce cravings, and address co-occurring disorders, providing a stable foundation for individuals to engage in therapy and begin the healing process. Support groups offer a sense of community, understanding, and shared experience. They provide a platform to share stories, offer encouragement, and break down the isolation that often accompanies addiction. Recovery is not merely about abstaining from the substance or behavior. It's about healing the wounds of the past, addressing the root causes of addiction, and rediscovering a sense of purpose and meaning in life. It's about learning to manage stress, regulate emotions, build healthy relationships, and develop a positive self-image. It's about embracing a holistic approach to well-being, nurturing the mind, body, and spirit. The journey of recovery is a testament to the strength, courage, and resilience of the human spirit. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can emerge, healing can occur, and life can be reclaimed. Finding your way back to the light. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, please know that you are not alone. There is hope, there is help, and there is a community of compassionate individuals ready to support you on your journey to recovery. Reaching out is the first and most crucial step. Remember, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but of immense strength and courage. It's about choosing life, choosing health, and choosing to reclaim your future. There are countless resources available, from hotlines to treatment centers to support groups. Don't hesitate to reach out. Your life matters, and you deserve to experience the freedom, joy, and fulfillment of recovery. Hope and resilience are your greatest allies in this journey. Embrace them, and you will find your way back to the light.